and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
One of the oldest cliches in stories of law enforcement is that all ex-convicts eventually return to prison. This notion disgusted Marshal Wyatt Earp, and in later years, Wyatt used to cite the case of Jed Lorimer as a story which contradicted fiction with the violence and heartbreak of real life.
Mr. Lorimer, you spent 8 months in Yuma prison. You're now paroled to me. You, feel that you've been treated fairly?
Oh, more than that, sir. You and Judge Spicer wrote to the parole board. It's hard to say just how much I appreciate it.
Forget it. You made a mistake and you took your punishment.
Sorry I couldn't inform on the Tucson boys, but you see...
Well, it doesn't matter. The Rangers caught him in Texas.
Yeah? I hadn't heard.
The only thing that really matters is that you now stay out of trouble.
I've learned my lesson, Marshal.
I'd like to see you promoted to Ramrod at Mr. Davies' Diamond D Ranch. Marry and settle down.
Thank you, Marshal.
I don't think you should have too much trouble getting a fresh start here in Tombstone. I wish you'd do me one favor, though.
You just name it, sir.
Kind of keep an eye on young Phil Davies for me.
Phil? Marge wrote me that he was doing real good with his job at the bank. She's proud of her brother.
Well, he happens to be the same sort of reckless young man that you were at his age.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Well, I better start acting like a brother-in-law right away.
Thank you. If you have any problems, you come to me until your parole's over, all right?
I understand, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks again, Marshal.
I just seen Miss Marge and her daddy out there. That young fella there, Jed Lorimer?
Yep. Could Ayers give you any information on whether Phil Davies is gambling again?
Yeah. Been real busy gambling every night at Ayers' place over in Charleston.
Winning or losing?
Losing. Mostly to Dapper Courtney.
Dapper Courtney? That troublemaker?
Maybe you ought to run him out of town a long time ago, Wyatt.
If I warned Mr. Davies about Phil, I could just be starting another family row, and maybe about nothing. I don't want to start anything at the bank either. They just fire Phil.
Jed know what he's come home to?
I didn't have the heart to tell him. I just hinted that he should kind of keep an eye on Marge's brother.
Appears like Jed got out of jail just in time to set on a keg of gunpowder. Can't an ex-con ever make a fresh start, Wyatt?
Mr. Gibbs, we may be just borrowing trouble. Well, let's see if we can get some more information on Phil Davies and Mr. Courtney.
You want me to lose my job at the bank?
That is no concern of mine, Phil.
I told you I shouldn't be seen with you in Tombstone. Well, what is it?
These IOUs. $2,100.
You'll get paid.
How? When?
My luck can't run bad forever. I'm raising money for another stake.
You could lose that, too. Phil, I've been thinking of asking your pappy to bail you out.
I don't think you'll do that.
Am I supposed to be scared of you, Sonny?
Just stay away from my father. Those are my debts. I'll take care of them.
All right. I can wait. 2 days, no more.
Very generous, Dapper. Very generous.
Howdy, Phil. Oh, Jed. Well, the prodigal's return.
Sure did appreciate your letter. Welcoming me back.
No, not at all. Everybody has troubles one time or another. Dad wouldn't speak to me for months after I left the ranch.
Yeah, Marge wrote me about it. But I knew your dad wouldn't stay peeved too long. He's a real man. Matter of fact, you're all a wonderful family. Not many people would have done what you have.
Ah, what's past is dead and done for. Look, you're needed here. Well, now maybe the old man will stop trying to make a rancher out of me.
Oh, I like cattle. You don't. Marge says you're soon going to be assistant cashier at the bank.
Well, our Davies Ranch is a big depositor. Dad and Marge at their house?
No, they rode over to the branding camp.
Well, I'm short for time. I got to see Marge about something.
Aren't you staying for supper?
No, not this trip. You carry on with that fence, cowboy. I'll head toward that torture pen they call the Brandon camp. I'll see you soon, Jed.
Don't get too dusty now.
Sis, come on over.
Bill, is this a bank holiday?
I got the afternoon off. No, cross my heart.
Did you see Jed? Can you stay for supper? Well, at least you're going to say howdy to Dad.
The answers are yes, no, and no. Look, tie your horse and climb into the buggy. I've got some urgent business with you. How's Dad been?
Fine. What's this urgent business?
Well, I need $500 right away. If I don't pick up the option on that mining claim, I'll lose it.
Phil, you've been gambling again.
Of course I have. Any mining deal is a gamble, you know that.
I meant cards.
Marge, didn't I promise you to quit that nonsense?
Yes, you promised.
All right, then. How about the loan?
500. I barely have that in the house account.
Here's a check, all filled in. Just sign it.
All right. Take me to the house and I'll sign it. Phil, this is the last time. The very last time.
I know. Thank you, sis.
Keep your hands off me, Gibbs.
Why, sure.
John Laws can't get rough with me. What's the charge? I'll sue you for false arrest.
Have a chair, Mr. Courtney.
Oh, no. You don't question me.
Marshal says sit down.
Now, look here, Irk.
Shut up. Was he carrying a gun?
Yeah. Had that there in his vest pocket.
Well, Mr. Courtney, you get 5 days for that. You still want to sue me?
No.
That's better. Now, what's the deal between you and Phil Davies?
Deal? What are you talking about?
I heard you talk to Davies. Back room of the Alhambra. I also know that he's been losing money to you over at the Charleston Roadhouse.
You have no jurisdiction at the Charleston?
Well, this happens to be Tombstone.
I'd give him 5 days on bread and water.
Lock him up for a while, Mr. Gibbs.
Let's go, Dapper.
Oh, wait a minute. Phil owes me some money. I was just trying to collect, that's all.
You threaten him?
Of course not. He said he'd pick up the IOUs in a day or so. We parted good friends.
All right. Let's keep it that way. I'll give you 24 hours to get out of town.
Dapper? That means don't come back.
I just don't understand it. Phil coming all the way out here and not stopping to see me.
Dad, I tried to explain. He had things on his mind. His main purpose was to welcome Jed.
Mighty good of him, too.
Oh, he always means well. My guess is that he was trying to buy a railroad from Jay Gould.
He did mention some business deal he had.
Well, I wish he'd remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, some businesses take time. Now, you take this ranch, for instance. Why, oh, you young people run along. I'll help Lena with the dishes.
Thanks.
You fibbed to your dad.
Yes.
Is Phil in some kind of trouble?
Money. He bought an option on an old mining claim some time back, and he had to pick up the option or lose the claim.
So he borrowed from you? Yeah, it all adds up.
What adds up? What do you mean, Jed?
No use in us keeping secrets from each other. Marshal Earp asked me to look after Phil.
Oh, he did? And what did he mean?
I don't know exactly. He just said Phil was a little wild and reckless. The way I used to be.
I think Phil's been gambling.
You didn't believe the claim option story?
I don't know. I'm just not sure.
I'll have a little talk with Phil.
But not with Marshal Earp. Promise me. Let's keep it in the family.
Of course I will. Our family.
You know, Phil's been such a disappointment to Dad. I don't know what he'd do if he got into real trouble.
He won't. You just leave it to me.
Phil! Oh, Jed. I thought I saw you from the window. Why didn't you come into the bank?
Because what I gotta say is better said in private.
So Marge told you, huh?
Not very much. Anyway, it was my own idea to come into town here.
Well, it was a waste of time, my friend.
You look worried, Phil. What is it?
Let's get this straight. I'm free and I'm over 21.
Now, look, Phil. I'm a part of your family now, and I don't want to see you get any help for next time.
Just a minute, Jed.
Good morning, Marshal.
Did Phil tell you that he was in debt to a gambler by the name of Courtney?
Why, no. He said everything was straightened out.
I doubt it. He lost $500 gambling last night at Charleston.
Oh, I see.
I ran Courtney out of town, but he'll probably still put the pressure on Phil.
Blackmail?
Perhaps. You can never tell what a gambler like Dapper Courtney might do. But I'm more concerned about what Phil might do because of it.
So am I. What do you suggest?
I think Mr. Davies ought to be told about it. He could settle Phil's IOUs, clear up the whole matter. That would take the pressure off of Phil.
No, sir. I promised Marge that I would handle it. You gotta give me that chance, Mr. Earp.
Judge, you can't afford to get mixed up in this.
I can't afford not to. Mr. Davies and Marge and Phil are my family now. You gotta understand why I want to help them.
Hey!
Let me handle this. I'll follow him and see what he does.
All right. He's probably going to talk to Courtney. You report back to me. I want you to stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
I should go to Mr. Davies myself. I'm glad that Jed wants to keep peace in the family, but what if Dapper squeezes Phil into doing something at the bank?
Trouble is, what if he don't?
Yeah, there's that, too.
Well, if you tell on Phil, he'll lose his job at the bank, too, most likely. Another thing, White, you can't cure a boy of gambling by getting his daddy to pay his IOUs.
I know. Well, Jed promised me he'd report back to me, but we'll post a guard in the bank just in case.
Just thinking of starting for your pappy's ranch.
You ever do that and I'll kill you.
Oh, sure. You're hanging for murder to help your folks out a lot.
I had another run of bad luck last night. I can't pay you.
I figured as much. Phil, I've been thinking some. What about Jed Lorimer?
What about him?
Well, he's an ex-con, isn't he? I could use him in a little scheme I have.
Jed's on parole. He wants to marry my sister.
Once a con, always a con. That's what I say.
Well, let's not be fools. I know that fella. He'd go straight to Wyatt Earp. What's your idea?
Well, I was thinking of the contention mine payroll. You take it to the mine office this afternoon, don't you?
Me rob the bank? No.
No, you don't rob it. Chris and I hold you up on the trail. You put up a fight, we hit you on the head and make off with the payroll. You're in the clear.
I said no.
There's $18,000, isn't there? That's $6 for you, a minus, of course, which you owe me.
No. My sister knows how bad I need the money. She'd put 2 and 2 together.
So what? What could she prove?
Besides, I couldn't trust you. I'd never get my cut.
Oh, yes, you would. You see, I have a safety deposit box in the Tombstone Bank. The money will be there. That chance I'd have of getting it out unless you said so.
Congratulations, Dapper. I'd never thought of putting the money back into the very same bank that I'd stolen it from.
Is it a deal?
Well, it's a choice between the robbery or killing you.
Still inside?
Yep. Everything's hunky-dory.
I haven't heard from Jed yet. If Phil leaves again, you can follow.
Good idea changing rigs, my boy. I've often told Mr. Johnson we should be more clever with payroll deliveries.
Yes, sir. Can't be too careful.
Give me that bag.
Don't do it, Jed. Don't be a fool.
He's heading back to Tombstone. We'll cut him off. The ex-con. He did us a favor. I'd like to see him explain this, Terp. Come on, hit the saddle.
I guess you think I double-crossed you, Marshal.
At least 6 people identified you. You were carrying this money, marked bills from the mine payroll. Mr. Gibbs, we're holding Mr. Lorimer for armed robbery.
I don't believe he done it.
Thank you, Mr. Gibbs. But once a criminal, always a criminal. That's the way people like to
You'll
figure
get your
it.
day in court. Now lock him up.
Now, Roscoe likes him, Miss Marge, and anybody Roscoe takes a
I
real
said lock
shine-
him up.
Now, what are you gonna do one of these days?
Maybe now you want to talk.
No, sir.
Jed, how could you?
And I'm asking the same question. You know, we forgot about the past. I took you into my family. Marge loved you. I gave you a new start. Could have meant a partnership with me. But now you don't even have the decency to tell Marshal Earp where the rest of that money is. You should have stayed in jail. That's where you belong. Come along, Marge.
Phil, I thought for a moment that you might have... Try and forget Jed Lorimer. That I ever knew him.
Hold it, folks. Phil, Jed is really trying to cover up for you, isn't he?
Yes.
Who planned this, you?
Dapper Courtney. He blackmailed me into it. I think Jed took the money from me just to keep it from Dapper.
Where's Courtney now?
He planned to double back and put the money in his box in the bank.
Excuse me, folks.
Jed, can you ever forgive me?
Well, I guess none of us have been very smart.
Tell you to get out of Tombstone?
Well, 24 hours isn't up yet, Gibbs. I've got some valuable papers I gotta get out of the bank. I'll be out of town 10 minutes.
Well, I guess it's all right.
Thank you, Gibbs.
Hold it, Carney! What the thunderation is going on here? I'll be a hornswoggle you.
Get on his feet.
On, Dapper. Get up.
Goodbye, Marshal.
Thanks again, Marshal.
How come you let Phil Davies off?
Because I didn't have any legal case against him. He conspired with Dapper, but the robbery didn't come off. Jed stopped it.
It was a robbery, though.
Tell me, Mr. Gibbs, would you send Jed back to human prison for trying to save Phil?
No, sir, I wouldn't.
And you're a good John Law. Even Roscoe knows that justice needs a little mule sense once in a while.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be
Pregúntale, Miguel.
Sí, mamacita.
Buenos dias. May I help you, folks?
Si, senor. You can give us back my papa.
Your papa?
We have come all the way from the border to get him, since he cannot ride home by himself.
Why not?
Because, senor, your Mexicanos have killed him.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Tombstone lay near the border of Old Mexico. Many times that fact meant trouble for Marshal Wyatt Earp. The border was a convenient escape route for criminals, a very tempting sanctuary for raiding Apaches, and the home of a people who often had reason to bear little love for the Americanos north of them. Please come in. Won't you sit down? Now, please tell me what this is all about.
We do not come all the way from Mexico just to talk, senor. I want the body of my father.
I might be able to help you, but I don't even know your father's name.
Huerta. Señor Juan José Ambrosio Huerta. I am the Señora Huerta. And this is my son, Miguel.
Huerta. I do not know the name. If he was killed in Tombstone, I would know it.
You tried to hide the murder of my father?
Why are you so sure it was a murder?
We have been told. You cannot deny it.
I'm not trying to deny it. I'm trying to find out about it. Now, you say it happened here?
See.
When?
A month. Perhaps more.
We do not know how long it took the letter to reach us.
A letter? You have a letter?
No se lo des a él.
Well, may I see it?
No, señor. It is for our eyes only.
Look, if you want me to help you, you're going to have to cooperate. Here. Look at this. These are the names of all the men that have been involved in police business for the past month. The month before that, and the month before that. Go ahead, read it. Tell me if you can find the name Huerta. Maybe he changed his name.
That is not possible. My father is not a criminal.
Ay, Ambrosio is a man of many faults, but not one to go against the law, no. He would not have the courage.
Well?
Está bien, Miguel. Give him the letter.
July. Senora Huerta, I regret to inform you of the death of your husband, Senor Juan Jose Ambrosio Huerta, in this city today. A man named Granby picked a quarrel with Senor Huerta and shot him in the back. Your husband was blameless in the affair. It will be solace to know that he died with the name Agrippina on his lips. A friend. Do you know who this friend might be?
No, senor. The letter was written in English. It was read to us by the padre.
The Senor Granby. You know him?
The only Granby I know is the foreman at the contention mine.
That would be the one. My father came here to work in the mines.
Well, I doubt it. Mr. Granby's never killed anybody in his life.
It might have been done secretly.
Somebody knew about this. If I can find this friend, I might be able to get to the bottom of it.
You would avenge my father's murder?
If there was a murder.
What do you mean, senor?
Just that nobody by the name of Huerta has been killed in Tombstone, and there have been no unidentified dead.
Then what has happened to him?
At least he would have written. Come, Madre. I told you they would not help us.
Oh, senor. All we ask is that you give us back the body of my husband to take back home. Outside in the carreta is the coffin, already blessed by the padre, and you won't even help.
You don't have to ask my help, senora. You couldn't stop me from helping to find him now.
Why so?
Because if he was killed in Tombstone, I want to know about it. Come on, let's go. Father, you know of no man being buried in your parish by the name of Huerta?
No.
No. You have never met a man by that name?
No,
I'm sorry, senorita. Thank you very much, Father. I'm sorry, senor. We were unable to find out anything. Where will you be?
We will camp near the dry river bed.
If I do find out something, I'll come to you.
Senor, what about Granby?
I intend to talk to him. You let me handle this. You hear me?
Si, senor. I hear you.
Howdy, Mr. Granby.
Oh, hello, Marshal Earp. What brings you all this way?
I'm looking for somebody.
Well, tell me you're after old George for busting up Minnie's place the other night.
No. This is murder.
Murder? Who?
You know a man by the name of Huerta?
Huerta? No. Who'd he murder?
No one. He was murdered.
You're looking for the man who did it, huh? Why here?
You sure you never heard of Huerta?
I'm sure.
Well, could he have worked here at the mine not too long ago?
Nope. That name was not on the payroll. Can't you tell me what this is all about, Wyatt?
Well, Mr. Granby, I don't exactly know yet. Do you have any enemies that would like to cause you trouble?
I suppose a man who hires and fires is bound to pick up a few. But none that really matter, I'd say. Am I supposed to have murdered this fella?
Something like that.
Wyatt, do you think I murdered him?
No, Mr. Granby, I don't.
Well, in that case, come back again any time.
Talk to you, senor.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're not hiring today.
You will talk to me. My name is Huerta.
Huerta?
Si.
Mike! Wally!
4 queens. 4 kings. Count them, Doc.
Just isn't my day. You're beginning to look like a plug chicken, Doc.
You can say that again. I'm plucked clean.
Never thought I'd see the day I could clean Doc Holliday.
I'm not finished yet. Here's Wyatt. He'll stake me.
Stake you, Doc?
You mean to tell me you won't stake me to the price of a hand or two?
Well, I don't know now.
All right, I'll give you my IOU.
I'm just joking, Doc. How much you want? 50 or 100?
100. I'm in this hand. Thank you, sir. Your IOU.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, yes, it will. We must keep this on a business-like scale. I wouldn't want anybody to think that I was beholden to the town marshal. It might compromise you, or me. Your IOU, sir.
All right.
Worried, Wyatt? Want me to check out?
No, I can handle it.
You open, Doc?
Sure. 5.
Say, where's Cortez?
You mean the El Conquistador? He's out in the kitchen, rustling up some nice, juicy enchiladas.
Why do you call him the Conquistador, Doc?
Haven't you ever heard of Hernando Cortez, the conqueror of Mexico?
Sure. This fellow's name is Juan, and he's no conqueror.
No? Have you ever seen him with the ladies? Have you ever seen him with an enchilada? Oh, here he is, the El Conquistador. Put it right here, sir, right here. Wyatt, will you join me in these wonderful little old enchiladas?
No, thanks. I'd just like to ask Juan a question.
Si, senor.
Did you ever hear of a countryman of yours called, Huerta?
Huerta? No, I do not think so. Does he live here?
Well, they said he did. They also said he was dead.
I know most of the Mexicanos here.
You never heard of him?
If I do, I do not remember, senor. Sure you do not want some enchiladas?
Gracias, no.
25 to you, Doc.
Yes, 25. Count me in. I'll read you.
Wyatt! My clerk!
Mr. Gamby, what happened to your arm?
That Huerta. He tried to kill me.
The boy?
Yes, he came to the mine. You've got to do something about that kid.
First, let's get Dr. Goodfellow to take a look at your arm. Come on. Where's Miguel?
He is not here.
You know where he is?
I do not, but if I did, I would not tell you.
Do you know that he attacked this man here, Mr. Granby?
Do you think I blame Miguel? I would gladly kill him myself with my own bare hands. Este asesino.
I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I never knew him. I never even heard of him before today.
You expect me to believe that?
Yes, before you'd believe an anonymous letter. Maybe there's another Granby. Maybe they got the name mixed up. I tell you the truth, Senora. I did not kill your husband.
I do not believe you.
Senora.
And you are a fine marshal, protecting him, a murderer. Not giving back to us the body of my husband, my poor Ambrosio. ¿Quién sabe dónde lo han dejado, pobre?
Senora, you have a right to be upset. But I must warn you and your boy that we have laws to protect people.
Oh, senor, we too have laws, much older than your laws. An eye for an eye, for a man's life, the life of his killer.
Look, if your husband was murdered, I'll find the man who did it. But you must leave that up to me, you understand that?
I have heard you.
Mr. Granby does not say to arrest Miguel because of the boy's youth. But I say that I will arrest him if he attacks this man again. Now, you tell him I said that.
You can also tell him if he comes near me again, I'll shoot first and ask questions later.
Mr. Granby, please.
I've got a right to protect myself, Wyatt, and I will.
Please tell me where the boy is. Well, then you find him yourself and take him on back home before you lose him, too. Come on.
Hi, Doc.
How, what?
They cleaned you?
Nope. My luck changed. I came to get my IOU. It doesn't hurt for a man to have a reputation for a quick pay, you know.
All right. I'll just tear it up,
Sure.
Thank you. You're turning in a little early, aren't you?
Well, I'm tired of cards, Wyatt. You look a mite worried. I heard you asking the El Conquistador about a man named Huerta. Is that who you're worried about?
Yeah.
Who's he?
Well, he was supposed to have been killed, shot in the back, came up here from Mexico to work in a mine.
Never heard about that.
Neither did I. Can't find any record of it.
Who's supposed to have done it?
Horace Granby.
Granby? He ain't much of a poker player, but I never figured him to be a killer. I don't think he even carries a gun.
Well, he does now. It's either kill or be killed by Huerta's son.
Think of that. The boy must have loved his father.
Well, that, and it's a matter of honor. See, they got this letter telling him about the father being killed. So the mother and the boy came up here to bring the body back.
Well, I sure wish Granby luck.
I'm not so much worried about him as I am about the boy.
Yeah, the boy. What does he look like, Wyatt? In case I happen to bump into him.
Oh, he's a good-looking young Mexican, about 16. Wears very light clothes, big sombrero.
Mexican, white clothes, 16. Well, in case I bump into him, I might be able to help some. Bye, Wyatt.
Get some sleep. Doc, I want to talk to you.
How about a drink, Wyatt?
Now, you know I don't drink.
Well, you better. Otherwise, you won't believe it.
Just tell me.
Here? It's an awful long story.
I got plenty of time. You wrote that letter, didn't you?
Well, you sure you want to hear it?
Look, I recognize the H in the IOU. Now, why'd you do it?
I want to do a favor for a friend.
What friend?
Huerta, the conquistador.
Juan?
Yep. Came into town, wanted to work in the mines, found out he could make more money as a cook, so he changed his name.
Why?
You're tired of married life? Didn't want to go back to Mexico?
So you killed him in the letter, huh?
No, he did. She would have known his writing. He just told me what to say. I wrote it down. Can't blame me for trying to help out.
And what about the sorrow you caused her?
What about the sorrow she caused him?
Why'd you pick on Granby?
He complained about the enchiladas. She had no right to come up here, you know what?
Well, she did.
Yeah, she did. I'm sorry. I'll find the boy. We'll stop him.
All right. You take the east side of town. I'll look over at Granby's boarding house.
Most any night you'll find Granby at the Alhambra Saloon.
I'll look there, too. Doc, you're a fool.
I guess so, Wyatt. I often am, when a friend asks my help.
Go look for him.
Watch it, Granby.
Let me kill him.
Because I'm an officer of the law, and killing's against the law. Put that away, Mr. Granby.
What about the killing of my father?
I can explain that to you now.
Never mind the father. What are you going to do about him, Wyatt?
This won't happen again, Mr. Granby.
I'll say it won't. Are you going to put him in jail?
I said I'd handle this.
I don't understand you. I don't understand any of this.
Here comes a man that can explain it to you.
Doc Holliday?
That's right.
Everything all right, Wyatt?
Everything except you got some explaining to do, Mr. Granby. I suggest you two of you go over to the Alhambra.
What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to take Miguel here over to the office, find his mother, and then treat them both to a late supper.
Well?
Well, let's have a drink, Horace.
What about my father's killer, senor?
Let's have supper first, huh? There's plenty of time for that later.
You will not talk me out of it. I will kill him.
It's not the proper time for eating.
Well, you'll think so after you taste these enchiladas. Believe me, you've never tasted enchiladas so good.
No one makes enchiladas as good as Mamacita. For certain, no Americano.
Well, I think I can safely say that these enchiladas will taste just as good as your mother's. Wait and see. Here they come now. Good evening, senor. El Conquistador. Put it right on the table.
Papá. Lo que ven mis ojos.
Agripina. Mama, look. It is truly Papa.
Ambrosio.
Now you don't have to marry Senor Miro.
Jose Miro? How can my wife marry Jose Miro?
I am a widow. I was a widow. Oh, Ambrosio.
Even if I was dead, how could you think of Jose Miro?
Ambrosio, the letter said you was killed.
My own wife.
He spoke so kindly to Miguel.
For all
to me.
these years
¿Cómo podría
and all I have done
Ambrosio, escúchame.
How could you?
Oh.
For that worthless pig.
Ambrosio, look, I came here to take back your poor body home.
Uh-huh. To prove to everyone that you were a widow.
No, Ambrosio. Oh, you are cruel. No.
There, pobrecita. Do not cry. I will take you back.
Ambrosio. Oh, cómo estoy feliz que tú estás vivo.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp.
courageous and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Give me 2.
1, 2 to you. 3. And 1, 2, 3 to you, and the dealer takes 2.
Bet 5.
Pardon me, Mr. Dance.
Yeah?
May I speak to you, please?
Well, go ahead, Grandpa. Talk.
I think perhaps you'd rather this would be private.
Why? Who are you?
My name is Wagner. Perhaps you remember me?
20 to you, Kurt.
Yeah, the face looks kind of familiar.
It should be. Though it was over 20 years ago. San Angelo, remember?
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
What do you want? I got no business with you.
You did once.
That was done with long ago. You can't bring it up again.
Business like that is never finished. I want you to go back with me. Tell it.
There's nothing to tell.
You've got to do it sometime. Sooner or later.
No. You've got nothing on me, you hear? The law says so. Don't ever come near me again, or I'll...
What do you do, Dance?
Now, this is none of your business, Earp. I haven't laid a finger on him, and I won't, if he leaves me alone. But I got a right to be left alone, remember that. You, too.
It's got to be settled, Dance. One way or another.
Get him out of here!
Sir. Mr. Wagner, is it? Do you have a charge against this man?
None that you'd be interested in, Marshal.
He's not wanted for anything?
Not by the law.
Then what's it all about?
It's between Dance and myself.
Then perhaps you better leave him alone. I wouldn't want to have to arrest you for disturbing the peace.
I understand, Marshal.
He also has rights of privacy. And he can protect himself. I advise you, sir, to settle your differences by legal means.
If that had been possible, I wouldn't be here now.
Anything you want to tell me, Dance?
No, there's nothing to tell. He's just imagining. But you keep him away from me, or there'll be trouble.
You in, Dance? what are you so speckled at? Ah, the old man. Still staring.
Sure is. And if looks could kill.
How can he just sit there, hour after hour, and just stare? Don't he ever get enough?
No. But I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm going to fix you so you won't stare at me.
Evening, what?
Oh, howdy, John. Where you headed?
Home to bed.
Yeah, that's where I wish I were. Your paper all made up?
Yep. All the news and stories I can scratch up. That is, unless you're holding out on me.
Not a chance. Come on, have some coffee with me.
Oh, now, Wyatt. Coffee's no kind of a nightcap to offer a tired editor. You kind of
Hey, Wyatt!
What's the trouble?
That old man's been beat up pretty bad, Wyatt. We got him down to Miss Nellie's.
Looks like I get a story instead of coffee after all.
Where's Kurt Dance?
He's in a game over at Elhammer.
Well, you go get him. Bring him to Miss Nellie's. Mr. Wagner.
Wyatt. That gentleman is Judge Wagner from San Angelo.
That's right, young man. You know me.
Yes, sir. You don't remember me, do you, Judge? John P. Clum?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't.
That's all right, sir. How's young man, then? Seems like a long time ago. I'll wait downstairs, White. Miss Nellie, may I speak to you?
You want to tell me about it now?
Nothing to tell. I just had a little misadventure.
With whom?
It was very dark. I couldn't be sure.
Judge Wagner, you expect me to believe that?
You can't prove differently. I know. I've heard that plea in court many times.
Won't you tell me?
Tell you what?
Why a judge, one of the most respected judges in the West for 30 years, should get mixed up with a notorious gunman, killer, thief. Why that man isn't dead or behind bars now, it's hard to understand.
I know.
Well, I want to know all you know about him.
You mean well, Marshal, but you only interfere. I'm not a judge any longer. I'm retired. But I have a job to do, and I've got to do it in my own way.
Everything peaceful?
It's early yet. Don't count your chickens. You know where there's liable to be some trouble, too, don't you?
Where?
That blamed old judge. He's an old fool, if you ask me. I ain't so sure Dance ain't right.
Why?
Well, the judge has gone and got himself a gun. And he's wearing it, too. Just a daring dance. What'd you find out from that wire you sent to Texas?
He acquitted Dance of murder 20 years ago.
Well, don't seem like there'd be much connection there that long time ago.
Acquittal. Now, that's what's interesting. Now he wants to kill him. Why?
Don't ask me. You know this judge better than I do.
Only thing I know about him is he's got one of the best reputations in the West.
Wyatt?
What is it?
Trouble. Dance just left the Alhambra Saloon. He's heading for a showdown with Judge Wagner.
Where?
The judge is waiting near Boot Hill.
Come on, we can catch Dance before he gets him. Hold it, Dance. This is where you stop.
Now listen, Earp. I didn't ask for this. He's made it so I can't refuse. Now he challenged me open, so I can't be blamed for killing him in a fair fight.
A fair fight? An old man who can hardly hold a gun?
That's not my fault. He shouldn't have challenged me.
Well, you're not going to fight him, fair or any other way. You're going to stay right here. Shotgun, you stick with him.
What are you going to do, Wyatt?
I'm going to find out exactly what the old man was planning to do. Maybe you better lend me your hat, Dance, for just a few minutes.
What for?
Because for a few minutes, I'm going to be you. Judge. Well?
What happened? There were no shots.
He fainted or worse. I can't tell. We'll get him over to Dr. Goodfellow. Look.
Empty.
He wanted Dance to kill him. How is he?
He's weak, but he's all right. It's just the tension and the excitement. He just fainted. He's an old man, Wyatt, and he's awfully tired. Come on in.
Judge Wagner.
Marshal, I told you you'd only interfere.
You still won't tell me what this is all about? Then I'll tell you. 20 years ago, you acquitted Dance of a murder charge. Now you pass sentence on him and say it should have been done a long time ago. That must mean that you found out you were wrong. Or
what?
Or you acquitted him knowing you were wrong.
Yes, you're right. It's even worse than that. I took money to acquit him.
You. Judge Wagner.
Yes. Amos Wagner. The man with the finest reputation for honesty and integrity in the West. A reputation any man could be proud of. You can imagine how I felt sometimes hearing those things said and reading them printed about me. I felt like a fraud, a miserable imposter.
And that was the only time
in a lifetime as a judge that you did anything like that?
The only time. But I needed the money so badly. My wife and my child were sick. Dance knew that. But it didn't do them any good. I lost them both anyway. Now I'm old and alone. And I must right this one terrible wrong I've done.
But this isn't any way to do it. If you feel that you must redeem yourself, go on back to San Angelo and confess.
I already did that. Perhaps they didn't even believe me. They said that there's nothing they could do about it legally. Even if it were true. They didn't want to besmirch my reputation at this late hour.
Yeah, maybe they were right. One mistake in a lifetime of service.
It's not that simple. I set that man free to kill again. And he has many times. Those lives are on my conscience. And I won't rest easy until I've done what I can.
Until you've killed Dance?
Or seen him on his way to the gallows.
Well, you wouldn't have accomplished that tonight, Judge Wagner. He could prove that you openly challenged him. And how was he to know that you'd face him with an empty gun?
Yes, it's very difficult. A very difficult problem. I've tracked him this far, but now I don't know what to do.
Well, a man like Dance is bound to wind up on the gallows eventually. Why don't you leave him to the law?
You're the law here. What can you do about him?
Well, I admit it's a pretty sad situation, Wyatt, but what can you do about it?
Well, I think maybe I can put Dance behind bars and it helps some.
How? He's managed to keep himself out of trouble lately.
John, you told me he's been losing pretty steadily at poker.
Yeah. Yeah, that he has. And he's getting grumpier all the time.
And seedier.
Well, the money's got to come from someplace. You ought to be just about right for any kind of illegal deal.
Wyatt, you mean a trap?
Well, it isn't exactly ethical, but in this case it may be justified. You can just say we put temptation in Mr. Dance's way, and if he falls for the bait, well, that's too bad for him.
Well, at least it'd keep him out of the judge's reach for a while.
And a while is all we'll need.
That's right. I don't think that old man's gonna last too long.
All right, this is what we'll do. John, you like a good game of poker, don't you?
Oh, I do. Yes, sir. That man's a real fool. Now, you know he goes home every Saturday night, same time, and always with what's in the week's till. That must be close to $500 or $600.
I'll bet 10.
He goes home all by himself and down the same dark street.
Yeah, and that Bruce Street's a real dark one, too.
Yes, it is that. Man's a fool, all right. Somebody could rob him anytime there's a mind to. 10, and, I just have to bump you 10 more.
Yeah, with no trouble either. Especially when he stops off at the bird cage for a snort before he starts home.
Well, he likes to celebrate the end of each week, Cards.
2.
2.
Then he don't even see so good. Or he wouldn't even have to worry about him recognizing you.
Dealer takes one, gentlemen. Well, of course, if it was a Clanton that was to do it, he'd make sure he didn't.
I'll bet 10. Yes, sir. That'd be real easy pickings.
Well, how come the Clantons don't do something about it?
Why, old man Clanton gave up that kind of thing when he was a rosy-cheeked boy. Ken, and I'll just have to make that a little sweeter by another $20, gentlemen.
No, that's too rich for my blood.
See ya.
You see, old man Clanton, he likes to go for the big stuff like I do.
Shotgun.
Howdy, Miss Nellie. Wyatt just sent me over to check on old Judge and make sure he's in bed.
Where else would he be? He's sound asleep.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Shotgun, is something going on?
Well, I guess you could say so. You know, I wish that old Judge never come here, Miss Nellie.
Why, what's the matter?
Well, Wyatt's took on his troubles. Now he's going to meet Dance. He just might get himself gunned.
How do you know? Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am, I'm sure. I even know when and where. A little after 9 down on Bruce Street in there first.
Why aren't you down there?
Well, I'm going. Even though Wyatt told me to keep my nose out of it, said I might gum things up.
Well, you get on down there right now.
Yes.
Don't pay any attention to Wyatt.
Dance?
Who is it?
It's me, Judge Wagoner. And now I'm going to carry out this sentence.
No, no. You don't get me to fall for that. I saw the empty gun.
It's not empty this time.
I told you. You can't do a thing to me.
Can't I? Marshal, is he dead?
Yes, he's dead.
I'm glad I didn't let you interfere this time.
Judge, if only you'd waited a little.
My time was running out anyway.
But I would have gotten Dance for you.
You might have been hurt. But this is the last.
The last what?
The last killing.
dance will ever commit. But this one won't be on my conscience.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be
Bushwhackers. Keep down. Where do you get something to shoot at? They dropped real good. Come on.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Despite all that Marshal Earp and his deputies could do, the lawless element continued to terrorize Arizona until finally the scandalous conditions were reported to Washington. President Chester Arthur forced the resignation of Governor Fremont and issued stern orders to acting Governor Gosper. He and Chief U.S. Marshal Crawley Dake asked Wyatt Earp to come to Tucson for what amounted to a conference of war.
And outlaws have squatted on every waterhole from old Mexico to the Magallans, from the Huachucas to Los Animas. They own sheriffs and most of the judges. It's disgraceful.
I agree, Governor.
Charleston, Bisbee, Lewis Springs, Prescott, even Tucson, all outlaw boss towns, every one of them.
Governor Gosper is United States Marshals. Mr. Earp and I have no jurisdiction, unless federal crimes are committed.
Don't tell me what you can't do. Here, sit down, both of you. Here are my orders from Washington, instructing me to break up these outlaw gangs. And I'm going to do it by issuing shoot-to-kill warrants.
Well, I'm against that, sir. In my opinion, it's not legal.
Civilized communities cannot exist without law, and I mean enforced law. Although you've done good work in Tombstone, Mr. Earp, no man's life or property is free from attack under our present conditions. I intend to make them safe.
Well, I hope you succeed, sir.
With your cooperation, I will. You know Dick Gerd, owner of the Lucky Cuss Mine in Tombstone?
A friend of mine.
He's a hard fighter. I've asked him to organize a vigilante group. I'm doing the same thing in other towns. These will be posses comitatus with the authority of federal law. All they require is experienced officers to lead them.
Well, they'll need more than that, sir. You give vigilantes their head and they don't know when to stop.
It's up to you to control them. Now, I figured you'd need help in this emergency. Have Mr. Earp's new deputy step in.
Howdy, big brother.
Morgan. Hey, how come I didn't know that you'd sign on as my deputy, huh?
Figuring you'd say no, I didn't give him a chance to tell you.
When Mr. Dake explained the situation to them, your brothers agreed you needed help.
Virgil's ready to sign on, too, if you say so.
Well, now, it isn't quite as bad as all that. But if the governor does insist on this vigilante order, we're going to have a small war on our hands.
War's already been declared, Wyatt. Why not give the governor's plan a chance to work?
I haven't much choice.
I told you to come around.
You're wrong, Mr. Dake.
I still say that vigilantes with shoot-to-kill orders aren't the answer to outlaws in Arizona territory.
Well, your way isn't the answer. We must use vigilantes. I see no reason for further discussion, Marshal.
Well, sir, someday you might.
Good day, gentlemen.
Kind of first talk to the governor, wasn't it? When a man's wrong, I tell him. You aim to obey orders. Mount up. It's a long ride to Tombstone.
Anything wrong with your drink, Doc?
Well, it's not enough to kill you for. I've been watching those Clanton hands. They look like a walking arsenal.
They've been drifting in here since noon.
Mm-hmm. You still a friend of Wyatt's?
Well, I sure am.
Good. Now, they won't talk while I'm around here. But I'd like you to find out why Clanton cowboys are liquoring up on a Wednesday afternoon during roundup time.
What's on your mind?
Wyatt's riding in from Tucson today.
Oh, I don't think they...
You don't think. Just start listening. I'll be over in Dick Gird's office.
Shotgun.
Howdy, Mr. Gordon. Just now I got your message.
Well, since you're the law with Wyatt out of town, I figured you better read this letter. The acting governor wants me to organize a vigilante group. He says he's going to order Wyatt to cooperate.
He ain't going to order Wyatt to do nothing. But you know, this here makes sense. Call them outlaws. Shoot to kill. Ain't a bad idea.
Should have done it a long time ago.
Why, it's the only way to do it. Wyatt throws them in jail and Sheriff Bean lets them escape. We do make the case with a jury's packed with hoodlums.
Hi, Doc.
Hey, Doc, read this here letter. This new governor says we ought to start shooting to kill.
I was with Mr. Gird when he opened that letter. Probably the most intelligent verbiage ever written by a politician in our time. Gosper gets my vote.
Mine, too. And when I'm through passing the word, we'll have the fightingest vigilante posse in the territory.
Doc, you guessed right. As soon as you left, those fellas hightailed it out of town. Clanton issued orders to ambush Wyatt on the trail.
Bushwhackers? How many?
It's hard to tell. There must have been a half a dozen at the saloon. They'll most likely join up with the Clantons outside of town.
If old man Clanton's given the orders, you can be sure of it.
Well, let's get started.
Give me 10 minutes to round up a posse. They'll be our first vigilantes.
This way, Morgan.
We taking a shortcut?
I don't ride open trail in Clanton country.
With enough vigilantes, we could kill all the Clantons. Make every trail in the territory safe.
I never have approved of vigilantes.
The governor does.
Well, I think he's wrong.
This is war, Wyatt. You've got Tombstone pretty well in hand. But the Clantons and the 10% ring still run the rest of Arizona. I say shoot them out of the saddles.
You won't shoot to kill anybody as long as you're my deputy. And you remember that.
Wyatt? Vic Stiles, he's just a kid.
Not anymore, Wyatt. And he had it coming.
The same goes for the rest of Clanton's outlaws.
You didn't have to kill him. They were trying to kill us, Wyatt. It still doesn't make it right.
The governor thinks different.
Well, I don't care what the governor thinks. You shot to kill, what did it get us? Clanton, McLaury, Brocious, Ringel? No. No, they're too smart for us. All we get is a bunch of small fry. All right. You had your way. Now, you can have the honor of bringing the bodies back to town.
Wyatt, nobody agrees with you.
Isn't the first time.
You want to add the vigilantes to your list of enemies? They all took a chance of getting themselves killed out there this afternoon. Don't you think you at least owe them a word of thanks?
I'll thank them. But not for taking the law into their own hands and killing every man out there.
The governor asked Dick Gerd to organize the vigilantes. He was right.
Look, if Gosper wants to stop outlaws, let him issue legal warrants against Brocious, Ringo, Old Man Clanton, and the rest of his hired guns. I'll bring them in, dead or alive, instead of this wholesale killing.
I want to talk to Mr. Earp. Alone.
Won't you sit down, Miss Craddock? What can I do for you?
Can you bring Vic Stiles back to life?
Vic Stiles?
What kind of a marshal are you? What side of the law are you on?
I'd like to talk to you about Vic Stiles.
What's there to talk about? He's dead. You're the law. You killed him. You shot down an innocent boy.
What's an innocent boy doing working for Mr. Clanton?
He never worked for Clant. He thought he was going out after wrestlers this afternoon. They promised him part of the reward. He wanted that money for us. We were going to use it to get married. Go to California. But you and the vigilantes, you changed all that.
I didn't know about you and Vic. I'm sorry.
Sorry? He's sorry, Vic. He's sorry he killed you. Oh, Vic! Vic!
Miss Helen.
I hate you. I hate all of you. You're murderers.
Miss Helen.
Murderers! Murderers!
Miss Helen! Miss Helen!
Hey, Marshal, what's a big hurry?
I'm sorry. Just sit down and let me take a look at it. Boy, you're lucky. Just grazed you.
I'm all right. Who was it? Some gal took a shot at me.
What happened, White? Close that door. Some girl took a shot at him. Girl? Could have been the same one. What are you talking about?
Some girl just took a shot at Doc Holliday. I was in my room when it happened. By the time I had enough clothes on, she was gone.
Doc all right?
Yeah, she missed him. Doc said she didn't say a word. Just stared at him and fired.
Stay here, both of you. Patch him up.
Oh, Miss
What?
Helen,
The vigilantes. Shot and killed Vic. Just the way I killed Doc Holliday and Mr. Gibbs. Just the way I'm going to kill you.
She says she shot Holliday and Gibbs.
She shot at them.
Oh, Vic.
Vic who?
Vic Stiles. The vigilantes didn't know him either, remember?
Oh, yes. That young outlaw.
Well, according to her, he wasn't an outlaw.
We couldn't have known about that. What was he doing with those bushwhackers?
It's a little late to ask that now. He's dead. Come on, give me a hand. We'll take her over to Dr. Goodfellows. Well?
She's almost asleep. We gave her laudanum.
She could stay over at the hotel.
No, she may still be in shock in the morning. She's better off here.
I would sure like to be facing Gusper when he hears what happened. Shoot to kill.
It's an awful thing.
Yeah, it sure is.
I don't like posses any more than you do, but you wouldn't be alive if one hadn't gone out this afternoon.
I know that. Good night, Doc.
Quiet. She is guilty of assault with a deadly weapon. What'll happen to her?
That'll be up to Judge Spicer.
He'll be rough with her, I suppose. Shooting at police officers and all that.
Ordinarily. But maybe if you testify as to her state of mind. You said yourself when I brought her in here she was unbalanced.
In my opinion, she was. But that won't be enough. She'll get 10 years in prison, at least.
My bet is 10 years and no parole.
Well, maybe you're right. We can't deny she did it any more than we can deny the vigilantes killed young Stiles.
It's not fair, Wyatt. The vigilantes didn't realize.
Well, that's just what he's getting at. We shouldn't shoot to kill unless we got proof.
Bushwhacking the United States Marshal is against the law. That was proof enough.
Was it, Doc? Was it? Well, maybe if your vigilantes hadn't been so eager, that boy could have explained why and how he just happened to be there. Then a court of law could decide whether or not he should die for his mistake.
Let up, Wyatt. Everybody feels bad enough without you harping on it.
Oh, I want him to feel bad. I want him to feel real bad. I want him to feel so bad that the next time there's any shooting done by vigilantes, they'll do it my way. Because if they don't do it exactly my way, the vigilantes are going to wind up in court charged with murder. It's time to go. Let's get out.
In my opinion, Your Honor, the young lady was hysterical with grief. I don't think she could distinguish right from wrong. And therefore, she was unaccountable for her actions.
Are you suggesting temporary derangement, Doctor?
I would call it that, yes.
It seems to the court that Miss Craddock wanted vengeance and behaved with logical and deliberate malice. She tried to kill Dr. Holliday and Chief Deputy Gibbs before she threatened Mr. Gurdon. Now, the court might accept one outburst of hysterical desperation, but three? Anything else, Doctor?
No, sir. I've given you my professional opinion. Temporary insanity. That girl was in shock.
Very well. Thank you. Step down.
Marshal Earp,
Do you have any further evidence to present?
If the court please. I have here Governor Gosper's official order to Mr. Gerd. I think the court should read it.
Very well.
I call Your Honor's attention specifically to the shoot-to-kill order.
Illegal.
I agree with the court. But the posse who rode out to help my brother and me were acting on that order. In my opinion, a great deal of unnecessary killing was done because of it.
The slain hoodlums were bushwhackers, Marshal.
Vic Stiles was not a bushwhacker.
How's that?
Mr. Stiles worked for the Craddock family as a cowhand. He was discharged because of his attentions to Miss Craddock. Being a newcomer from Texas, he hired on with some of the Clanton's cowboys, unaware of the fact that they were outlaws and meant to kill my brother and me.
Can you prove that?
I saw Mr. Stiles in the fight yesterday afternoon, but he did not shoot at us. As a matter of fact, he tried to stop the shooting, and he was wounded by the outlaws for his efforts on our behalf. When he tried to run away, he was shot down by the vigilantes who were following Gosper's orders to shoot to kill.
I see.
I asked the court to weigh very carefully what Dr. Goodfellow said about Miss Craddock's state of mind. The man she loved, expected to marry, was killed ruthlessly and without justification.
How Vic Stiles was killed is not an issue in this trial, Marshal.
I beg your pardon, sir. I believe it is. Because of the governor's order, the vigilantes took law into their own hands. And the respect for the law is the bigger issue here. Therefore, this court should disavow the order to shoot to kill and should rebuke Governor Gosper for it.
That is a matter for the federal courts to decide, not this one.
Then at least this court can show leniency for Miss Craddock.
Marshal Earp, I do not need your instructions on my decision.
Yes, sir.
This court is recessed for 10 minutes.
Court will now come to order.
Miss Craddock, you will please rise and come to the bench. Taking the law into your own hands, seeking the death of another person, even to avenge what you felt to be a murder, is a very grave offense. And not excusable because you're a woman. If you had succeeded, 3 men would be dead. And your tears could not change it. The court has taken into consideration Marshal Earp's testimony relative to your youth and the extreme provocation. Also, Dr. Goodfellow's as to your state of mind. It is the finding of this court that you are guilty of assault with the intent to kill. You are sentenced to 6 months in prison. But in view of the testimony offered in your behalf, I will suspend the sentence. Court is adjourned.
Mr. Earp, I don't know what to say, how to thank you.
All of us.
Well, we can hope that because of you and Vic, the lives of other innocent men will be saved. And, well, that's thanks enough.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Where's Pop at? Reloading cartridges inside.
So I drawed my guns and I shot him down.
Papa? You heard about Earp?
Heard what?
He buffaloed Frank and Tom McLowry. Threw him in jail.
Well, now.
Well, ain't you gonna do nothing?
Such as?
Well, ride into Tombstone with our boys, shoot up the place. Hang Wyatt Earp.
Whoa, now. You talk plumb foolish, Billy. Nobody's got men enough to treat Tombstone anymore. Even us Clantons. You want we should fight 3,000 miners, all of them vigilantes and Wyatt Earp?
Papa, the McLowrys ride with us. Now, they're gonna expect you to get them out.
No, they won't.
How come they won't, Papa?
'Cause Tom and Frank is getting too big-headed, that's why. I asked them to help us move a herd of cattle away from that Mexican border so the Mexicans wouldn't steal them back, but no, they was too busy playing around trying to bushwhack Earp. Well, they got caught. Them John Laws in Tombstone will keep. Now, you stop worrying about the McLowrys. With Johnny being working for me, what danger are they in? So I drawed my guns and I shot him twice. Time you growed up, son. Why are you so worried about Earp anyhow?
I got a personal score to settle with Earp.
Not yet a while. You hear me? I said not yet a while.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
It was a very difficult task for Marshal Wyatt Earp in 1881 to rid Tombstone of its rustlers, bandits, and killers because they were so numerous. But the job was made even more impossible by Sheriff John Behan, who allied himself with Wyatt's enemies and thwarted Wyatt wherever he could.
There, Mr. Phillips. Feed them good and put them to bed early. They had a rough day.
You baby horses almost like shotgun babies as mules.
Your mule ailing again?
No, Roscoe's all right. What? Sheriff Behan has turned them McLowry brothers loose.
Who put up their bail?
Nobody. Behan claims Mr. Thacker needs warrants to hold them over 24 hours.
Well, they're not Thacker's responsibility, they're mine. They're suspected of robbing United States mail.
I told Behan that, but he had done already to turn them loose.
Is there anything we can do about that, Sheriff?
He's mighty slick, Morgan. I tried to get those warrants this morning, but Judge Spicer had already left for Tucson.
Why don't you let me slap Behan around? Just a little.
No. You and Mr. Gibbs stay out of it. I'll have a little talk with Johnny Behan.
Sounds like Wyatt lost his temper.
Next time you release my prisoners, I'm going to give you a real thumping.
I can sue you for this.
Go on, sue me.
You can't keep people in jail for more than 24 hours without a warrant.
I know the law as well as you do. I know those were my prisoners. And according to my watch, they had another hour to go. You asking for more?
I'm the legally appointed sheriff, Herb, and I advise you to be careful.
Johnny, I'm going to be so careful that when I do get the goods on you, even your 10% ring is going to be through with you. Tell me something. How many letters do you think you're going to get in Yuma prison?
That's slander, Herb.
Oh, sue me. Please.
Don't seem fair. Gunslingers is bad enough to deal with, but when the sheriff is paid by the Clantons and are sitting right here in your own jail. Now, you tell me why he's got to use our jail.
Because it's the only one we have. You know that as well as I do.
Well, it sure fidgets me.
Behan will stub his toes sooner or later.
Well, I hope it's sooner, because we can't hardly go on like this much longer.
Wyatt? Somebody slugged Phillips and stole your horse.
Mr. Phillips all right?
He's still unconscious. Dr. Goodfellow's working on him.
They didn't take Roscoe.
Nope. Wyatt, I said they stole your horse.
Yeah, I heard you. And there's no point chasing after him tonight. Everybody in Cochise County knows my horse. I'll hear about him.
He doesn't even care.
About Mr. Phillips, yes. About my horse, I'll get him back.
They'd took Roscoe, I darn sure be on the trail.
Look, I'll wake up Doc Holliday. The three of us will go after him.
No. Nobody's riding into an ambush at night. That's just what they're hoping for. You let Doc sleep. We'll do it my way. Get yourself some coffee, Morgan. Sit down.
Hiya, boys. You fellas want to see something? Take a look out the hitch rack, down at the far end.
What do you got?
Evening, Billy.
Mr. Ayers, give me a double whiskey. I'm celebrating.
Birthday?
Nah. Why would I celebrate being born? My mom's dead. My sister hates me. And the old man treats me like I was a 10-year-old. Oh, it's you. What's on your mind?
Billy, ain't that Wyatt Earp's horse out there?
You guess.
How did you get him?
Well, I just found him wandering around on the trail. Maybe Earp will offer a reward. Or maybe he'll come after that horse and accuse me of stealing him. Now, that's what I'd really like.
Billy, your old man ain't gonna like you taking Earp's horse.
What's it to you?
Whoa, Billy. You know the Clanton hands are supposed to keep an eye on you.
Nursing me?
I know how your old man feels. And if I were you, I'd think about it.
Well, you ain't me. Now, I got a good joke on Earp, and I aim to make it even better.
Your papa gives the orders, Billy.
Not this time.
Where are you going?
To Bisbee to sell a horse. Tell the old man that.
What do you think we better do, Mr. Ayers?
Not a thing. Let him get into some trouble. It'll be good for him.
How do you like that kid stealing?
Who is it? I said, who is it?
The Sayers.
You took an awful chance in coming here. You sure nobody saw you?
Positive. Billy Clanton's got your horse.
Billy? Why would he take my horse?
It's hard to figure, Wyatt. But he bragged around the roadhouse for a while, then he started for Tucson with him.
It's a clumsy way to pick a fight, but he sure got one. I'll ask Doc Holliday if I can borrow his sorrel. Mr. Ayers, I don't know what Wells Fargo or I would do without your undercover work.
Well, it's my kind of work, Wyatt. But are you taking after Billy alone?
No, it's my horse. That's a fool kid. I don't like the idea of turning out the vigilantes for him.
Oh, I guess not. But be careful. He's a sneak.
Wait a minute. Look, there's one other thing that you can do for me. Now, tomorrow...
Billy, just take it easy.
Give me an even chance, Earp. Holster your gun and we'll shoot it out.
I don't fight with children. Throw down your gun. Left hand. Now back up. Go on, move. Hello, Candy. You all right?
I didn't hurt him none. Ain't his fault he's your horse.
Well, that's real smart thinking for a Clanton. Turn around. I said turn around. Put your hands behind you.
Oh, no, what's the idea, Earp? This was just a joke.
The people in this county don't think that stealing a man's horse is very funny. You know what your pa'd do if he caught a horse thief? He'd hang him.
You'd be scared to hang me.
Well, I got a much better idea. Start turning around.
Now listen, Earp, what are you gonna do? Earp, I'm thirsty.
You're going to be a lot thirstier by the time you walk all the way back to Tombstone.
My papa and my brothers will gun you for this.
Thank you for the use of your horse, Doc.
We'll make the pretty speeches later. Let's get young Clanton hanged.
What do you mean, hang?
Why, the rascal is a horse thief.
Either hang him now or have him shooting at us later.
Billy's the worst Clanton of the whole bunch.
Allow me to make one final plea to the deacon. Deacon, a Clanton steals your horse and you catch him red-handed. Don't you realize you gotta do something about it?
Billy's going to jail, that's enough.
You ride back to Tombstone. We'll handle things here.
You know, I really think you mean it.
With all the sincerity of my enlightened wickedness. Come over here, Wyatt. You know, I might run out of luck any time, but in this kind of a dirty fight, you need the devil's whisper. I ask you to listen to me.
Look, Doc, according to law, you can't hang anybody without a trial.
You suffer for it if you don't, or your brother Morgan, or Shotgun, or your brother Virgil when he comes to help.
Yeah, you or me.
That's right.
Well, I've got an idea that Billy is worth more to us alive than dead.
Preposterous.
No, you're wrong this time, Doc. You'll see.
It's all right. Cheers. Bad news, huh? I can tell by your face. Well, go on, spit it out.
Earp caught Billy with a stolen horse. It was Earp's own horse. By now, he should be in jail in Tombstone.
I was afeard of something like this. It sure was. Boy, this beat me.
Billy was bragging big about stealing the marshal's own horse. The town's mad.
Mob, you figure?
Earp can't trust his deputies to help stop it. I think you better go get Billy out of there.
I'll attend to it, and I'm much obliged to you, yes.
You're mighty welcome, Mr. Clanton.
Bring my horse. You held me up for 12 minutes.
I got here as soon as I could, Mr. Clanton.
Never mind, never mind. Billy in jail?
Yes, and Earp's getting a warrant out for him.
Warrant? Well, we won't pay no mind to that. Just turn the boy out.
I can't do that, Mr. Clanton.
Now, what's that mean?
I can't pull that again. I just let the McLowrys out. You're gonna have to wait 24 hours and have him released on bond.
24 hours? Why, Billy can't wait that long.
Mr. Clanton, I'd be playing right into Earp's hands, and so would you.
Shut up. Do like I tell you.
You don't seem to understand. I'd be kicked out of office. I tell you, Earp's just waiting for me.
Earp's always been waiting for you.
Will you listen to me just a minute? What good would I be to you if he nailed me on a malfeasance charge?
What's malfeasance?
Failure to perform the duties of my office, ignoring that warrant. That's a court order.
Well, now, you've done a heap sight worse things than that, being.
Sure, but Earp never caught me.
When I buy a man, I expect him to do what he's paid to do.
I always have, Mr. Clanton. But right now, we have to be practical.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get across. I want you to be practical and let Billy out of that jail by sundown. Them vigilantes are going to talk up a necktie party.
They're not going to hang him for stealing one horse.
His last name is Clanton. That's enough to get things started. I already been told about it. Now, I ain't wasting no more time in gabble. You know your job. You do it.
All right, maybe I can get away with it again. I'll think of something.
We can talk. Billy's sleeping like a baby.
All right. Now, I've called a town meeting at the Birdcage Saloon in an hour. Mr. Gibbs, you and Morgan go on patrol. Doc and I'll wait here at the jail. When the meeting starts, Doc and I'll leave. Sheriff Bean will think the coast is clear, but we all double back to these points around the jail. Any questions?
If Billy Clanton does try to escape, why don't we just shoot him and Bean during the excitement?
What a brain, Doc.
Yeah, we can make the killing of Bean look like an accident.
Why, sure. We'll put the blame on young Clanton. Our gallant sheriff dies trying to prevent the escape of Billy Clanton. I'll deliver the funeral oration myself.
All right. That's enough of that kind of talk. We're officers of the law, and we'll do it my way.
Oh, well. Come on, Morgan.
I want to talk to you. Excuse us for a minute, Doc.
All right, Gibbs. Looks like you and I have been cast into outer darkness.
Yeah.
I wish you'd quit agreeing with Doc.
Why? He's the best friend you ever had.
Yeah, but he's a sick man, and he's a bitter man. It warps his judgment. He hates Johnny Bean.
Well, what's wrong with that, don't you?
No. John Law can't afford to hate anybody to the point of murder in cold blood. People of Tombstone, Cochise County wouldn't tolerate murder, even in the name of the law. Now, go on.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what happened to them?
Billy Clanton stole Water's horse.
Well, what do you know?
Earp, there's a mob forming at the Birdcage. They're going to lynch Billy Clanton.
We couldn't be that lucky.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew it.
You must be imagining things, Sheriff. I haven't heard any talk about a lynching.
I tell you, they're going to do it, Earp. They won't listen to me, but you can stop them.
Did you talk to him?
What good would that do, the vigilantes?
All right, we'll take a look. But you stay here. I don't leave the jail unguarded. Come on, Doc.
Why not let them hang Clanton and Bean, too?
Lock that side door. Take my horse. Come on.
Okay.
Hold it, Billy. Mr. Gibbs. Morgan. Inside. Get in there. Shotgun, put him in his cell.
I'm glad you caught him, Earp. He slugged me and got away.
I'm the one that's going to slug you, Johnny. I've been waiting for this a long time. I'm charging you with malfeasance in office.
You can't make it stick.
I can try. Morgan, put him in a nice, clean cell.
court open?
Not for 10 minutes yet. How you aiming to get Billy off?
I'm going to get both of them off.
Well, I don't care about being no more. Let him take his medicine.
My associates in Tucson won't allow that, Mr. Clanton.
Well, now, why are they so anxious about the sheriff?
We need him here in Tombstone.
Well, he does come in handy now and then.
Precisely, Mr. Clanton. And as long as we need him, we aim to keep him here.
Mr. Sanders, I believe you have a motion to offer in behalf of these defendants.
Yes, Your Honor. I ask a change of venue on the grounds that neither defendant could get a fair trial in this court.
Order! You claim prejudice, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
On what do you base your claim of prejudice?
If the court please, I should like to ask Marshal Wyatt Earp to take the stand.
Very well. Mr. Earp?
You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Be seated.
Proceed, Mr. Sanders.
Marshal Earp, you have a reputation for being an honest man. I'd like you to tell the court just what you think of these defendants.
Well, I arrested them. Therefore, I have a low opinion of both.
And specifically, what do you think of Billy Clanton?
He stole my horse, that makes him a horse thief.
And Sheriff Bean?
He lied to me about a lynch mob so that he could turn Billy Clanton loose. In addition to the charge of malfeasance, I hope to prove during this trial that he's in the hire of Mr. Clanton.
Order! Any further disturbance, I'll clear this courtroom.
Marshal Earp, can you honestly say that either defendant would obtain a fair trial from a Tombstone jury?
If I didn't think so, I would have taken him to another court, Mr. Sanders.
Thank you, Marshal Earp. That'll be all. The court has heard Mr. Earp's testimony, but the court has also observed the attitude of the spectators. It's my opinion there are not 12 unprejudiced people in this entire town.
Mr. Sanders, you don't have to have a jury trial.
Your Honor, it's the defendant's right to demand a trial by jury, and we so do.
This court has no choice. The motion for a change of venue must be granted. This court is adjourned.
They'll both be tried in Tucson before a paid judge and jury. And they'll both walk out laughing. Is that what you call justice?
Doc, we won.
Won what in heaven's name?
The people are on to Johnny Bean's tie-up with the Clantons now. And that's what I've been after. Doc, do you realize that this is the biggest victory we've had yet?
Bean will still be sheriff and the Clantons will still run things.
You heard him in the courtroom. Public opinion is on our side.
We need action.
And we'll get it. Public opinion is slow to move, sure. But it's deadlier than guns when the people really decide they want a clean Arizona.
Would the deacon like to lead me in prayer?
I pray for you. I pray for all of us.
We're sure gonna need it.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Bingham. Careful, the ink's not quite dry. What do you think of it? Murdered on the streets of Tombstone by the Earps and Doc Holliday.
It will cause more shooting, I fear.
You fear? More shooting, more business. Put it in the window. Oh, and take a front view from outside. Be sure you have a sharp focus. I want all of my readers to see that sign.
Are you editorializing a bit, Dameron?
Editorializing?
You accuse the Earps and Holiday of murder? Well, they haven't even been indicted yet.
Oh. The San Francisco and Denver newspapers want to tell me how to run mine.
Oh, we get the point. More killings, more readers. I need a drink, don't you?
Yeah.
Allow me, gentlemen. Courtesy of the Tombstone Nugget. And, incidentally, a little tip. The Earps and Holiday will be killed or hanged.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Within just a few hours after the OK Corral shootout, the enemies of Wyatt Earp were in full cry. Led by Editor Dameron of the Nugget and Sheriff John Behan, the outlaws of Cochise County were determined to assassinate Wyatt, his brothers, and Doc Holliday. They would do this with bullets or the trumped-up charge of first-degree murder. Many correspondents from big city papers gathered to report what they felt might become a mass lynching, legal or illegal.
And listen to this. 3 unarmed cowboys were murdered at the OK Corral. This is a stench in the nostrils of all the people of Arizona. Doc Holliday and the Earps must face an outraged citizenry for their crimes. A stench in the nostrils of all the people of Arizona. Outraged citizenry. Dameron is worse than a liar. He doesn't even know how to write.
Keep your temper, Doc.
Yeah, we got enough trouble.
If I murdered Dameron, a jury would convict me. They don't know good writing from bad, that drunken hack. Wyatt?
The Bonnie Blue flag, Doc.
Bad news, Wyatt? What'd the coroner's jury say?
Well, they exonerated us, but...
But what?
The whole town's ready to explode. Vigilantes with rifles patrolling the street. Ike Clanton and Sheriff Behan have gone to the grand jury.
Where's Judge Spicer?
Hasn't arrived in town yet. I don't think the grand jury's going to indict us, but Tom Fitch thinks that when the judge does get here, that he's going to have to hold us on Behan's warrant.
Cheer up, Wyatt. Isn't Spicer a friend of ours?
He always has been, and he don't scare easy.
Oh, but they're going to pressure him hard, and I don't know what legal tricks Behan and his lawyers are going to try and pull. Doc Brocious and Ringo are top dogs now. They just moved into the rooming house across the street. You think they'll talk to you?
They cuss me, but they talk.
Well, I'm going to visit with Virgin Morgue. Why don't you go over and get Brocious to brag about what plans they have for the Earps?
We killed 3 outlaws, and here we are, holed up in a hotel room as if we were to blame. If I had a praying acquaintance with the good Lord, I'd ask him whose side he's on.
What you so nervous about, Sheriff?
That grand jury won't vote an indictment. It's loaded with vigilantes.
I never thought they would. We'll blast the Earps out of that hotel during the funeral tomorrow.
No, we won't. We agreed to that only as a last resort.
Well, Sheriff, you got any other resorts?
Yes, we'll do everything legal. We'll do everything according to law.
That's funny. Real funny.
Shut up. Let Behan talk.
I've got a warrant charging the Earps and Doc with murder. The judge won't be here till around 2 o'clock. He'll have to hold him without bail because tomorrow's Sunday. You mean we'll get him in the calaboose?
Either that or we apply for a change of venue and move him to Tucson. I think it's better if we get him on the road.
It sounds real good.
All except Doc.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm not in favor of bushwhacking Doc. The Earps, sure, but not Doc.
He was the OK Corral shooting with the rest of them.
What about you, Brocious? You saw it, Doc?
Well, not that sore.
He's Wyatt Earp's best friend. He'd gun either one of you with one word from Earp.
Ease off, Bean.
It ain't Doc's fault that he got messed up with the Earps.
Doc is a born hoodlum at heart.
Well, of all the fool things.
All right, that's enough out of you. Now get out of here.
Yeah, go set up your legal shenanigans. We'd rather gun you than Doc.
All right. All I want is the Earp brothers. I don't insist on Doc.
Insist? Slow down, Ringo. I don't like him either, but we need him. Now cool off.
Hold it. Hello, Doc. I'll talk to you later.
You'll talk.
That's assault with a deadly weapon, Doc. You're under arrest.
Very well. Take me. Get brave, you skulking polecat. You're the one who started that murder talk against the Earps and me. Come on, Bean. Make the arrest.
Well, Judge Spicer hasn't signed the warrant yet.
He hasn't, huh? Well, I'll sign your warrant right now. Go for your gun.
Watch yourself, Doc. Get off the street, Bean, pronto.
You and Ringo, the sheriff's bodyguards?
He ain't worth getting sore at, Doc.
Curly's right. Come on up the room and have a drink, Doc.
Well, the deacon won't like me drinking with you. But he doesn't even like me drinking with myself.
Come on up to the room, huh? We've had our rows, Doc, but we kind of like you. In fact, we was going to send you a special warning, huh, Ringo?
Warning? Yeah, sure. Very decent of you.
Well, don't you want to know what about?
I await the denouement.
You mean spit it out?
Oh, sure. We think you ought to leave town, Doc. Get into a poker game at my ranch for a couple of days.
Any special reason?
No special reason.
Look, Doc is no fool. Tell him the truth.
I think I know. Sheriff Bean wants the Earps and me in jail over the weekend. So we can be gunned down in our cells.
Ringo and me ain't fools either, Doc.
Well.
You go to jail and you'll be transferred to Tucson.
Change of venue, Doc.
Yeah, that's it. Only you won't never reach Tucson.
Now, Doc, why don't you cut loose from the Earps?
Wyatt Earp and his brothers are finished. It's Curly Brocious and John Ringo from here on out. We're going to be bosses in Tombstone just like we run the rest of the county. Throw in with us, Doc. You can make money easier than standing at a faro table.
Well, it's an interesting proposition, but I'm confronted by a force majeure. Your coup de théâtre needs careful ratiocination. It'll take a little time, but you'll be hearing from me. Good day.
What does he mean?
Means he's going to think about it. I hope he acts smart.
Be an awful waste, Doc getting himself bushwhacked.
It's all up to Judge Spicer. If he goes along with Bean, we'll be sitting ducks.
Johnny will have to arrest us first.
We can't afford to be disarmed and go to jail.
And we can't afford to defy the court. Now, Doc, you and I will turn ourselves in on that warrant. Ask for immediate release.
What if Spicer denies bail?
Well, that's the first chance we'll have to take.
Just for fun, what's the second chance?
Trying to stay alive with 100 gunslingers in town? Let's go to court.
Why didn't I join up with Brocious and Ringo?
Because you don't care that much about staying alive. I'm gonna lock the door from the outside. Keep your guns handy.
You reckon we'll get out of this?
I'd say it was a toss-up.
Yes, Your Honor.
You'll note that Mr. Clanton and I have signed the complaint, and it's supported by affidavits signed by 9 eyewitnesses.
Yes, I see. Well, the court has no alternative but to order the arrest of Wyatt, Virgil, and Morgan Earp, and Dr. Holliday. However, the court understands that Virgil and Morgan Earp were wounded in yesterday's affray.
Well, not too seriously to be held in jail, Your Honor.
That will be decided when the court has more information. I'm exempting Virgil and Morgan Earp from immediate arrest. You may bring in Wyatt Earp and Dr. Holliday.
Your Honor, Doc Holliday has refused to be arrested.
And Earp will resist, Your Honor, so Sheriff Bean needs authority for special deputies.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll need at least 15 men.
The court is not of the opinion that Marshal Earp will resist you, Sheriff. They're coming in now. You may be seated.
If the court please.
Yes, Mr. Fitch.
I represent Marshal Earp, his brothers, and Dr. Holliday. We understand that Sheriff Bain has asked for an arrest order charging my clients with murder in the first degree.
The sheriff has the warrant duly signed.
Is the court aware that this is an atrocious charge against 4 peace officers who were performing their sworn duty?
The court can have no opinion of the charge, Mr. Fitch.
My clients appreciate the court's position, Your Honor, but they ask that they be immediately released on bail.
Oh, no, you don't. Your Honor, the court knows that a person charged with murder in the first degree...
Sit down, Sheriff Bean.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Mr. Fitch.
Thank you. I ask that the court hear Marshal Earp, who will explain why the granting of bail is necessary in this case.
The court will hear Marshal Earp.
Your Honor, Tombstone is filling up with Clanton outlaws. One of them, Mike Clanton, started the fight at the OK Corral. When the fight began, he begged for his life and ran from the place. Now he comes here with Sheriff Bean and cries murder. Now, I say to the court that if Dr. Holliday, my brothers, and I are disarmed and put in jail, we'll all be killed.
What's the matter, Earp? You getting scared now?
That will do. Sheriff Bean.
Yes, Your Honor.
I only reached Tombstone half an hour ago and came directly here. I was not aware of the conditions described by Marshal Earp.
He's lying, Your Honor. I want them all locked up.
You just try it, Johnny.
That's enough, gentlemen. Mr. Fitch, the court will grant bail in the sum of $10,000 for each of the accused. Are you prepared to furnish bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Judge Herring and Mr. Solomon have opened their bank vaults as a favor to my clients.
Not as a favor, Judge. This is a vote of confidence in Marshal Earp.
That's the man who should be locked up.
Your Honor, he's one of Earp's vigilantes.
That's enough, gentlemen. Mr. Earp, you and Dr. Holliday will appear here at 9 a.m. Monday for your preliminary hearing. Now, you bring the bond money into my chambers.
You're smart, don't you?
You can't wiggle out of this, Earp. I'm gonna see you and your brothers hang.
Spicer didn't even give us the time of day.
He gave us bail.
I'm betting they scare him.
They never have before. I think he was trying to show judicial impartiality.
You hope.
Why? I'm just coming after you. Oh, he's my latest edition. In it, I nail most of the lies that Dameron printed about the fight at the OK Corral.
Thank you, Mr. Clem.
Wyatt, I've got 3 Eastern newspaper correspondents in my tent. They'd be mighty interested to hear your version of the fight.
Might be a good idea to talk to them, Wyatt.
Not now. I gotta get back to Virgin Morgue. Maybe later.
How do you like that, Doc? Correspondents from big city newspapers, and he won't even talk to them.
Don't crowd him now, John. He's worried.
Things go badly in the courthouse?
Wyatt's friend held us on a murder warrant.
Judge Spicer did that?
That's right. $10,000 bail for each of us. Why don't you talk to the judge? You're the mayor. He'll listen to you.
Well, all right, Doc. I'll try.
You'll have to do better than try. If Spicer gets scared, that'll be 3 Earps and 1 Doc Holliday for gallows bait.
I knew we shouldn't have listened to Bean. Wyatt Earp's still walking free with both his guns.
I don't reckon Holiday's coming over to us either.
No. There he goes following Earp to the hotel just like a tame wolf. It ain't locked.
Somebody talked too much. Earp was way ahead of me. He walked in that court with his lawyer and got bail.
Oh, shut up. You can't explain it, so don't even try.
Listen to me, Ringo.
You heard Ringo. We ought to give you a pistol whipping, always blaming somebody else.
If you'd only keep your temper.
Let the sheriff have his say, but you make it quick.
All right, I will make it quick. I've got a dozen eyewitnesses. Spicer will have to rule against the Earps and Doc at that preliminary hearing. Then we'll have a change of venue at Tucson, just like I planned.
You can't learn. You just can't learn, can you?
But I tell you, it'll work. I know it'll work.
We tell you, no more legal hocus pocus. We're gonna blast the Earps out of their boots. Right, Ringo?
That's right. Tomorrow morning during the funeral.
That hotel ain't no fort, Bean.
10 good boys can take him.
No.
What's wrong?
That just won't work. That's all. You claim you're honest cowboys. You don't even wear guns in town. You're gonna prosecute the Earps for murder. But no, you want to send your boys over to that hotel and wipe them out. I've got a nice legal hanging all set up for the Earps, but you can't wait.
Get out.
But Ringo.
I said get out. Curly, he's boring me.
Take your hands off me.
We need a new sheriff.
Yeah, but not right away. We gotta finish the Earps off first.
We take the Earps tomorrow. I favor a new sheriff by Monday.
Good idea, Ringo. It'll be kind of a celebration.
Tell Wyatt Earp some gunslingers are gonna crash the Cosmopolitan tomorrow during the funeral procession.
I'll get the word to him, Sheriff.
And that isn't all of it either, Judge. Wyatt has quite a few eyewitnesses of his own. There's Mrs. Addie Boland, C.S. Fly, J.R. Coleman.
Go now, John.
Judge?
The court will examine all the evidence with witnesses under oath. I cannot tolerate special pleading.
Judge Spicer, Wyatt's a personal friend of yours.
The law has no friends.
Now, Judge,
I'm sorry, John, but I think you'd better go.
It's not going to be too difficult for them. They can come up from the cellar or from the lobby. They got 3 different flights of stairs to choose from. They can get up on top of the roof and come down that ventilator shaft out in the hall.
Good shooting will stop them.
We can't afford any more shooting right now.
We still have a right to defend ourselves, Wyatt.
Not while Judge Spicer's considering a murder charge against us. We've done all the gunfighting we're going to do for a while.
So we just sit here and let him kill us?
Now, I have an idea that I think might work. See you tomorrow morning.
You better get a move on there, Brocious. We're going to be late for a funeral.
I kind of hate following after double-crossers, even dead ones. But I guess we gotta have an alibi.
That's right. We won't know a thing about what's going on at the Cosmopolitan Hotel.
Hold it.
We're just going to a funeral, Marshal. Any law against that?
You're going to be a mite late.
You still have time to mourn the departed.
Move out. Turn your faces to the wall. Doc? How many more on the roof?
Go find out, Marshal.
I will. There's 2 more. Turn around.
No trouble up there?
No, they were too busy trying to get the top off the ventilating shaft. You got enough handcuffs, Doc?
Not enough for Ringo and Brocious.
They won't need them.
At least kill them, Wyatt.
We'll see. Get inside. Gentlemen, please don't disturb us.
What are you aiming to do, Earp? Shoot us in the back?
No shooting. Curly's first. You get over there. All right, you start the fight. Now you can have your chance, Ringo.
Doc, you better go in there and stop him. He's angry enough to kill him with just his fist.
I never take notice of vulgar brawling.
Leave him alone, Verge.
Ah, we're in enough trouble already. Oh. Now, Doc, you knock on the door and tell him to quit.
Well, if you insist. Why, Deacon, have you been playing rough games with Brocious and Ringo?
Nice going, Wyatt.
How bad is Brocious?
I think he's got a fractured jaw, that's all. Doc, take a look at it. Mayor Clum, will you see that these men get over to the jail? They came at us with guns.
All right, pick them up. Get them out of here. Take them all out, boys. Pretty good job on them, Wyatt. Nice going.
What's the matter, Mr. Mayor? Funeral's over. We still hold the town. Why so glum?
Nothing to be cheerful about.
Something else happen?
Wyatt, I don't know how to tell you this, but... Well, Judge Spicer has already started the preliminary hearing.
It's not supposed to start till tomorrow.
I know. He must have changed his mind. He's already questioning Johnny Bean and some other witnesses right now. I may have blundered, Wyatt. I tried to talk to Spicer on your behalf, but I might have prejudiced him against you. I'm sorry, Wyatt.
Yeah.
Sounds like a necktie party after all, Wyatt.
Not good. Not good at all.
Have you any ideas how we can cheat the gallows, Deacon?
Well, if I was talking to a newspaper man now, I'd say, well, it looks pretty bad, sir. But we aren't dead yet. I think I'll go downstairs and order something to eat.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
এইখানে গাড়ি থামা। আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার।
জানি গল্পে গল্পে, মিশে অল্পে অল্পে, আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল, যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের নাই, আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংসগুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে। ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ, তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Kamu ya? What the hell? Chuẩn đã. Cụ thể. Có lẽ nào em vội quên đi, và có lẽ nào 500 củ ấy. 614 củ à? Thế mình kiếm 100 củ nữa sự là có nổi không? Ôi à, không được. Anh đã ấn vội rồi. Có lẽ 62 triệu này. 62 triệu rồi. Cũng một lần quay được gần 100 củ ấy. 100 củ không? Mình quay được 400 lap mà. Được. 400 lap phải được 100 củ. Mình cũng bù nào. Vương miện định mệnh. Rồi xong, biết đánh mày gì rồi? Đánh mày gì rồi? Biết đánh mày gì rồi? Tôi nhặt bài á. Có lẽ nào em vội quên đi, và có lẽ nào quên đi, có lẽ nào anh trong tâm trí em. Ôi dạ, cho cái này à? Làm rồi nè. Xong, đi. Vua tối ưu Aria. Bán này. Mèo 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 này mà phải đét không? Đẹp. 598 củ chưa đủ, chưa phải là tất cả. Mấy thằng ấy ra quát lipet ở cái map 2 này xử có đéo đi. Trốn. Cái pet này yếu như lợn. Anh khinh. Khinh. Yes, khinh. BITCS. Big. Big 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 big. Ai à, Torres. Chi chi. Đây là sao Torres. Gì ra từ đét rồi gì gai cút gì ra từ đét à chưa ok lần nào cũng phải lắp cái nanh nga xoa big eye si basi kia ủa Sơn bố Hiếu béo đang playing Space War. Cái gì vậy? Ui rồi nháy phát 2 lần. Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không vậy chấm? Chuẩn đét cho thôi. Chuẩn và đét.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলো তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আরেক রূপ।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে। বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে, তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Này, sao thế nhỉ? Sao thế ít ít nhỉ? Nổ boom. Chuẩn không vậy? Chuẩn rồi. Không quá rồi. Rồi, cút. Xong, cút. Mèo 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 mèo. Cái gì đấy? Lò đắc bù bù làm mau vậy? Chuẩn không vậy? Thầy lái nha, thầy lái tốc độ cao xem con lái không? Từ từ, mày ai á, xít được. So ride cut in high speed đấy. Chuẩn không? Ai á? Không được. Sửa tốc độ cao. Tốc độ cao đét mà. Rồi một lần, 2 lần, lần thứ 2 300 lap à, 400 lap. Chuẩn không thầy? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Ui ui tốc độ cao đấy. 378 lap chứ 400. Này à, bắt đầu thua. Thua, mày khỏe đấy. 2299 á. Mày đấu sĩ á. Mình lắp vào mày đừng méo ăn uống đầy đủ nhỉ? Thằng này được ăn uống đầy đủ. 2299 là phải không? Không. Tôi đâu chuyển bàn đâu. Đúng đi em.
Đúng.
Ô, phải chấm. Full rồi.
Chuẩn bị ăn đi sang xuống dưới.
Không biết. Ok thầy ơi, mày sẽ ra ở cát. Lâu rồi, 15 phút. Well played bro. Mày lái luôn đấy, lái bình vua lái racing bike. Nhốt luôn, chết không? Ngồi đi, đéo đi à? Không sao, nó kèm rất siêu linh, đéo được online là chết. Phải không? Cũng là khỏe rồi, không sao. Đánh bài gì với cả Nautilus 2 à? Đấy, ý là sao nó không tự làm được ấy. Chưa trốn. Yes, nhà tỷ đô mày rủ vô anh cầm đồ mà chỉ được cái mát một chơi 91 rồi, nhặt quả trứng này. Anh cầm đồ mà chỉ được cái wow. Yes sir, broccoli đợi để chạy không mở. Đi thôi mày đi qua mày đùa tao. Cái phòng tập tạ đông dốt chịu, phòng tập tạ đơn đông như lợn mãi vì sao vậy người tao phải vào. Nó chỉ cái gì đấy chúng tao cái nhận một tí rebirth mà em ơi, rebirth nó giảm hết sức mạnh mà. Đúng cái nịt rebirth xong còn đúng cái nịt gì ít sao phải rebirth xong phải nhận sao để bù lại ấy. Sức mạnh đi. Anh áp đi. Em áp một cái viết ở nhà em của anh cái một tiếng không nói như anh nhau ấy mà anh quay sau em vào quay luôn đấy. Qua không qua hôm qua ngày mùng 5 năm 07 binh chi linh có bấm viết mùng 4 không? Mùng 5 chắc chắn một tiếng mùng 5 rồi biết có không? Đó nó bấm một tiếng. Đã trầu quá. Thích không? Thích mình thích không cho quay chung máy không? Đâu? Cái đấy giờ có à? Mày đó mày gì? Đâu? Mày cứ vất luôn chì vào cái trong túi tao khắc áp lại vào sau, tao khắc sửa tao khắc chỉnh sau. Mày cứ áp thẳng vào trong túi, áp thẳng vào drive trong túi ấy. Ở đây, áp vào đây. Tao áp vào ngoài đấy trước xong tao mới cho vào sau mà. Nhìn biết mà. Wow, ở cái tên file có ngày mà mày nhìn thấy à? Tên các file có ngày 2024-07-03 đấy, ngày đấy. Tao làm chỉ biết. Chắc thế, nếu mà không có biết đâu khác. Không, nhưng mà hình như thế. Phải không nhỉ? Muốn tao quay không muốn tao quay không nhỉ? Tao mày muốn quay không nhỉ? Tại tao không thấy. Tại tao lại viết mình muốn, tao hỏi. Rồi áp rồi mà. Áp rồi không? Mình báo. 2 rồi, một cái là tí. Nhóc. Cái thằng yêu khôi tập rất vớ vẩn nhá. Cái anh đang tập một máy đúng không? Anh tập đủ 3 set trở lên này, 3 hoặc 4 này. Anh đang tập được 2 set rồi, xong nó tập xong một lần máy đấy xong nó đổi máy nó bảo ê ra chỗ kia đi. Gì? Mày đổi chỗ không? Cái tập một cái một tí thôi. Xong à, đang tập tay đâu mà ra chạy ra tập vụ cơ, xong tao bảo nó là bảo là nó đang học quen lại với máy. Đừng biết không ơi, nó bảo nó nghỉ lâu rồi thế nó làm quen lại. Cái quỷ lợn 140 à? Ok rồi.
thực sự là cái chỗ này cho chỉ các kiểu ấy. Phải là nhau đét mà, anh cái kết bạn. Thằng Tuấn tối nay đi date quốc tiếp về con chú Bảo Châu, xong nó bảo anh em nghỉ nhà quay cho anh thì đéo vợ chúng tao chuồn tao sao con bảo là tối bận đi quốc tiếp chú Bảo Châu cái gì mày đùa. Không, nhưng mà đi làm cái việc gì ta đúng việc chứ, việc người khác bắt mình làm chôn à? Mày thích không mình làm được không? Xong việc của mình nhớ xong thì gì? đã đâu lưng sắn. Anh tưởng là anh biết là anh nghĩ là bảo bọn bố ghép mặt vào xong có tính tiền vít đấy của bọn bố không? Có tính tiền vít đấy là của bọn bố không? Bảo vẫn các mặt vào thích vít đấy là bọn anh em làm nhỉ? Xuân bố à? Thích hộ không? Em quỷ đấy 200 rồi này. Rồi anh nhớ lại anh nhặt đồ anh quay trứng vào cho là dễ phải kéo chơi game này. Làm chơi game này một tiếng lên. Với anh đi về xong một mấy chút sóc ấy. Sóc đầu được kéo chịu. Sóc đầu được không mà. Và tập xong xong đi về mới lại sóc về xong nó sóc cẳng cái đau không kéo chịu. Anh thấy nó vui, thấy vui gầy lắm. Nó không thắt cân được thật ý, nó gầy vãi. Tay nói nhìn như cái quỷ tệ. Cái lúc mà tập cái máy ngược cái tay nhìn như cái quỷ ấy, buồn cười nó chịu được. Buồn cười mấy lúc cái tập buồn cười á. Hiểu à? Là mày không quay được, là quay mấy tiếng rồi. Là mày quay mấy tiếng rồi vô. Cái gì vậy? Ôi, anh rebirth rồi, của anh là cụ đi gì rồi, anh là vua, anh rebirth rồi, của anh là vua được chưa? Tên của anh là vua. Dạy cách làm béo cách farm cực kỳ nhanh là vào tháp infinite cho tài farm cực kỳ binh chi linh. Vào đây là trước kéo nhau mà nếu hiểu. Bao nhiêu? 20 phút rồi, anh quay 1 tiếng á. Đúng rồi. Cho nó anh tưởng nó béo đánh liên minh cơ. Chân anh. Vua zero à? Vua zero. Vua ba à? Vua ba cô ba có mấy cái chết này đi mua đồ ấy. Mua đồ ấy. Mấy thằng ấy toàn mấy thằng ảo giá thôi, cứ bán sự đắt thì bán như vậy. Anh mua rồi mà anh quỷ chết mà. Anh quỷ chết kiểu đấy mà. Phải đổi xe gọi lên tô để xem thằng nào bán giá hợp lý nhất thì mình mua. Còn phút ra mình đi farm đồ gì cho nó á. Phải không? Sao bị mất? Đến hạn đóng tiền sao? Thằng kia nó chưa báo. Thằng anh chưa bảo, thằng anh chưa bảo đóng tiền thì anh chưa chuyển nó phải bảo cơ mà anh mới chuyển tiền. Nó nhắm vào nhóm thì bọn anh chuyển. Nhóm vẫn là nghe nhóm ở trong trước học, trước bọn anh học academy cùng nhau ấy. Còn một broccoli trong vlog à? Chuẩn vậy. The basic. Khen. Game ấy nhìn giống người mà, game đấy mấy thằng người còn nhớ mày còn nhìn giống người tí đỡ cuối vuông. Chẳng qua không có auto mà. Thằng nào ngắm nhiều ấy. Anh ra hơi buồn ngủ à? Quay được 10 tiếng ngày không? Quay được 10 tiếng ngày không bro? Mày 10 tiếng một ngày. Nổi không? Ngủ nghỉ phát đến sáng không? Được. Đừng chửi được. Rồi mà mình game chơi treo này xem đá được mà mình chạy đi. Nó bảo là phải dùng cái con chuột này để di màn hình, góc màn hình liên tục ấy anh đéo. Thì bảo là anh nghĩ là có cái đéo gì vợ ấy trôi mũ à, thỉnh thoảng thôi chứ. Được mà. Có cái áo có cái gì rồi mà. Có cái auto click mà gì. Thực ra, không cần đâu, Nam mà mày biết cái phím di chuyển được không? Mấy phím di chuyển đấy. Mũi tên ấy, đấy mấy phím đấy cũng xoay màn hình được mà. Mấy phím đấy xoay màn hình được mà Nam. Mấy phím đấy xoay màn hình được mà.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয় এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি একটু উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে, ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।